Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, a major court ruling that impacts the upcoming election.
A panel of judges is ordering Michigan redraw several House and Senate districts. The move overturns 7 House districts and 6 Senate districts drawn by an independent redistricting commission. The judges ruled the districts were illegally influenced by race and went against the Equal Rights Act. While nearly 80% of Detroit residents are black, the black population of each district was less than 50%.
And they drew some districts that were more, how shall we say, less concerned about black representation, less concerned about geographic areas of interest, and more concerned with partisan representation. They've basically got to come back to the drawing board.
The Secretary of State has been ordered to refrain from holding elections in each of the districts until they're finally redrawn.
And a bombshell report regarding Donald Trump claiming the former president urged Wayne County canvassers to not certify the 2020 election.
Trump urged the 2 election workers to fight for their country, as he called it. Fox News' Camille Amiri takes a closer look.
Yeah, a lot to unpack on this one, but let's take a look at some video and let's break it all down. Now, according to the Detroit News, in these recordings that night, President Donald Trump told Wayne County canvassers Monica Palmer and William Hartman that they would look, quote, terrible if they certified the election results after they first voted in opposition and then later in the same meeting voted to approve the results. We spoke with the former vice chair of Wayne County Board of Canvassers who said they had already certified the election results when Palmer and Hartman walked out and never returned. Now, of course, finding out that they were on that phone call with President Donald Trump. Take a listen.
Now we know what happened, why they did not come back in. They were told by the President of the United States of America not to do their job and not to complete the certification, which was it's just amazing just to think that the President would have actually called 2 canvassers in Wayne County or in any state to try to interfere with that process.
I wrote 4 affidavits stating some of the things that I saw that I thought were suspicious. I stopped the vote count a couple of times and made them enter my challenge into their poll book. So there were a lot of things going on. So for President Trump to encourage the canvassers not to certify if they had questions about the validity of the Wayne County vote, I think it was the right thing to do, and I would have done the same thing had I been him.
Now, the following day, Monica Palmer and William Hartman actually tried to rescind their vote, their certification of the Wayne County election results, but ultimately they were unsuccessful. We tried to reach out to Monica Palmer, but we were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, William Hartman died in 2021. Reporting for The Edge, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Earlier this month, we brought you the horrific story of a woman who suffered 3rd-degree burns after catching fire during a Christmas performance at her church in Plymouth.
Yeah, it was very difficult to watch. Imagine going through that. She's still in the hospital, but the good news is she's on the mend. Fox 2's Scott Wilczek spoke to her tonight about that excruciating experience.
You know, it's not the church's fault or anything. It's not nobody's fault. It just was a freak accident, you know.
An accident we first told you about in early December. Sandy Springstead caught on fire during Northridge Church's annual Christmas performance. She suffered 2nd and 3rd-degree burns on the lower half of her body.
I smelled the fire, and I looked behind me, saw I was on fire. And I was screaming, I'm on fire, and I get off the stage, and I don't remember what my mom did or whoever did what. But I just remember screaming at the stage crew trying to put me out, and they finally put me out with a fire extinguisher.
Her mom, Gail Ehrlich, witnessed it all and was on stage too.
First of all, get her down off the risers and put her out. Drop and roll, you know, so I could scream at the time. The only thing that she could really say is that she was really bummed that she couldn't finish the play.
Sandy loves her church, and this was her 31st year performing in the play. After the accident, she asked Gail a special favor.
She told me, Mom, don't quit. And I asked her, what does she mean? And she said, don't quit the play. I want you to finish for the both of us, and I want you to sing with everything you've got.
And she did. Now, Sandy is recovering at U of M Ann Arbor. She just got out of her second skin graft surgery. She's a mother of 3, and a GoFundMe page started by members of her church has raised more than $20,000 to help Sandy. This mother and daughter are grateful and can't wait to fully recover and get back to church.
It's just been phenomenal, beyond belief. And we are so appreciative. We really are of just everything that we've been able to get, the support and prayer and just community support.
What's next for Sandy? Well, she needs to go through at least 2 more skin graft surgeries and see if they'll take. After that, she's going to likely need physical therapy. If you'd like to help her out and her family, you can find the link to their GoFundMe on fox2detroit.com. I'm Scott Walchek on The Edge.
We're thinking of you, Sandy, and we certainly hope that you have a good recovery and you can enjoy some of this holiday.
That's right. A lot of courage and determination there. Well, today is the winter solstice, but today was not very wintry at all.
No, White Christmas is not in the cards this year. Meteorologist Stephanie Mead joins us tonight with our mild forecast that includes temperatures in the 50s. Hey, if you can't have the snow, at least give us the 50s.
You're right, yeah, and the sunshine for some, but we are officially in the winter season here. We welcomed it in about a half an hour ago. Temperatures not feeling like winter, as mentioned before, and we don't have a whole lot in terms of snow off on the horizon or colder temperatures either. So take advantage of it while we have it. 37 in Detroit right now. Likewise for those out near Cadillac. 39 Fort Wayne. In Chicago, we're at 40, or they're at 43 degrees right now, and then 34 down near Cincinnati. So numbers pretty much widespread in the 30s. Few of us in the 40s. Few showers extending from northwest Indiana all the way down into parts of, say, Missouri and Oklahoma. That same system is tracking in our direction, and we'll eventually start to see showers from it. That doesn't arrive, though, until tomorrow evening. So we still have about, say, 24 hours or so of drier weather. Temps tonight bottom out in the mid-30s for some, and then tomorrow we're headed right back to the middle 40s. Should be a mild day, mostly cloudy skies, so not a whole lot of sunshine for us. And then showers arrive by around, say, the 9, 10, 11 o'clock hour tomorrow. Hour-by-hour forecast shows numbers warming into the mid-40s tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, so a very similar look to today. We'll see a lot of cloud cover around. There might be a few peaks of sunshine here and there, and it should feel just a little bit better outside. Tomorrow evening, we'll see those lighter showers arrive, lingering into early Saturday morning. Bit of a break Saturday afternoon into the entire day on Sunday, and then Christmas Day, we do see a lot of dry time during the morning and afternoon. It's not until the evening where we see those showers. So this is our first batch of rain Saturday morning, most of it falling early overnight, and then by, say, Saturday, late morning, early afternoon, we should begin to dry out. Mostly cloudy skies hold on strong, and then Sunday completely dry. Christmas Eve looks great, and then by Christmas evening, that's our second weather maker here. This is going to bring some widespread rain across the region. So travel plans either back home here to Michigan, especially if you're planning on going to, say, Wisconsin, parts of Illinois, Indiana, even Ohio. I think you're going to be contending with some of that shower activity. Otherwise, temperatures not bad. I don't foresee any of this freezing. Numbers should be mainly in the 50s. That's pretty much a regional trend here. 50 degrees during the day on Saturday, Sunday, low 50s. We're in the lower 50s as well, heading into Christmas. Otherwise, temps by the later part of next week look to cool. We'll be in the upper 30s by this time next week.
A madman out here. Yeah, catch him.
Well, Harper Woods police are working on it. A gunman is on the loose, wanted for shooting a female acquaintance in her 20s this morning in the area of Woodland and Kelly. 4 bullet holes were found in her Buick LaCrosse, and tonight she's in the hospital in critical condition. Police have an idea of who they're looking for. It's just a matter of finding him.
And now to an update to a story we saw as breaking news here on The Edge last night. That officer-involved shooting we told you about on the Southfield Service Drive turned out to be a fatal encounter.
We're told the suspect dragged an officer for about 20 yards during a traffic stop, forcing the officer to use deadly force. Inside the suspect's car was a manipulated pistol that could operate as a machine gun.
Tonight, Fox News' Dave Kinchin tells us what makes those weapons so dangerous.
Pistols are now able to pack more deadly potential with the addition of conversion switches, the manufacturing instructions often found on the dark web.
It's not just to law enforcement. but these are a threat in general to the public.
Police say they found one such device on a Glock inside this SUV on the scene of an officer-involved shooting in Detroit Wednesday night. Cops killed a suspect after an officer was dragged during a traffic stop. Sergeant Derek Stansberry talks more about the danger. He's the firearms use of force instructor for Shelby Township Police.
Obviously, with these mechanisms, I've seen them, the rate of the gun being altered to shoot 30, 40 rounds in like 2 seconds. So, I mean, if you think about that, I mean, that's a lot of rounds potentially hitting things.
Investigators say the one found by Detroit police was a Glock ghost gun with an extended magazine in addition to the switch, essentially making it like a machine gun.
It's like taking a paintbrush and that has a bunch of paint on the end of it, and you just slinging it across, and the paint drops just go everywhere. It just sprays.
Rick Ector is a gun rights activist and works with the NRA's board of directors. He showed us how the switches are applied.
And what it does is it causes the firearm to fire in rapid succession in a full auto mode. Typically, it's attached on the back, and if an individual pulls the trigger, as opposed to it being semi-automatic, one trigger pull, one discharge, this person could then just merely depress and hold the trigger and cause it to fire successfully.
Meantime, city governments continue to go after so-called ghost guns. These are guns that are essentially purchased in kits. People assemble them at home. They do not have serial numbers. They're untraceable, a major concern for police departments. Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Well, it has been a downriver staple for decades.
Yeah, but Portofino on the river has actually reached the end of the line. The restaurant and banquet center in Wyandotte has announced it will close at the end of the year. Portofino has been operating along the Detroit River since 1980, originally opening as the Portside Inn. Since then, it's become a local favorite. Portofino's last day will be New Year's Eve.